Hello, this is Pastor Jay of Walk Truth Radio Network with your encouraging word for today. Today is going to be a challenge. This week is going to be a challenge, and I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I might make you upset, but you should get everyone in your family to listen to this. The word is entitlement. Entitlement. That is the most ugliest word there is. What I found out through living the life that I've lived, that most people in America live under the umbrella and the mist and the clouds of entitlement. They want to reap where they haven't sown. They want to receive rather than give. They believe because they're breathing, they are entitled to. We've gotten this way because there's no winner and losers anymore. Somewhere along the line, everybody's a winner, regardless of their performance. And with that, that has spoiled the fabric of our psychological makeup as being male and female, worker, boss, entrepreneur, worker, church hierarchy. It's infiltrated every level of our life. Even males feel entitlement, and females feel entitled, and children feel entitled. Entitlement. So I guess you ask me, well, what is really entitlement? Entitlement, in my definition, is you feel that you deserve something just because. Just because. You pick the reason why you deserve it. Just because. Some of what you feel is you work for something and you should get paid. But a lot of it is you work for something and you should get more than you work for. And normally entitlement falls under the eyes of working and getting more than you should, or not working and getting something at all, or losing and pretending like you're a winner. Now watch this. When men do not take their proper role in their life, in their family, what I see is a generation of men who don't have any ambition. And I don't mean the bad kind, I mean the good kind. Whereas they feel that because they're a male, they're entitled to a good wife, they're entitled to good children, they're entitled to a nice house, they're entitled to a nice car. They're entitled to sit at home and play games and watch sports just because they're breathing. And if you are dating, married to, or with a male like that and you're a female, you know what I'm talking about. You try to hide it, but it's written all over your face. You're working harder, longer. You're not only the financial breadwinner in the sense of, I'm not talking about more money. I'm talking about you're working hard, but you're also the spiritual leader. You're also the educator. You're also the dreamer. You're also the planner. You're also the one who has to sit down and pay the bills. You're also the one who has to think about the future in a logical way. You're the one who brings sense to the table because he feels entitled that he doesn't have to do anything because he's, quote unquote, the man. And actually, let's be honest, some of you women like that. Some of you women like the little boy that feels entitled because you figure you can control him. Just give him what he wants every now and then eventually he'll grow up. But the only problem with that is he's not a little boy, he's a man. And men want men toys. And you just can't buy a pair of tennis shoes and he'll be happy. No, he wants one in every color. No, he wants the new car. No, he wants all the liquor that money could buy. No, he wants to go on trips with his friends and leave you at home because he's entitled. You see what entitlement does? Because when you feel entitled, you want more than what you've actually earned. You're sucking the well dry of resources and things and people that are around you because you feel that whatever you do, you brought enough to the table that you're entitled more than the next person. I know you know people like this. It's just not males, females entitled too. You checked all the boxes, you went to school, you got your degree, You're doing all the things that you've been told to do, and you feel entitled. And you should stop working. And because you check the boxes, you deserve a great husband. You deserve a great life. I understand that. But realize you're not entitled. When you begin to feel entitled, you begin to stop working and doing and growing because you're stuck on being entitled. It's like a spoiled child sitting down and not getting what they want to say. I'm not going to move until I get what I want. So people live under entitlement. In the church, it's the same way. You gain a title, you have entitlement. I'm going to say it again. You gain a title, you have entitlement. People should look at you a certain way, talk to you a certain way. Matter of fact, you're not going to even talk to anybody until they lead with your title. But what have you really done for them? Besides shake them down financially, emotionally, and bankrupt their faith. No, I'm not talking about the good clergy who are servants, true servants to the people that God has put in their presence. But I'm talking about the ones who are entitled. No one's entitled. When somebody does something for you, you should be gracious and humbled by it. You didn't earn it, actually. You didn't earn somebody's kindness. You didn't earn somebody's money. Other than your job, you didn't earn it. What they do is graciously and mercifully give you what they believe that you deserve. And a lot of times it's less than what you want, but you should be thankful for it. But when you live in the mindset of entitlement, it's never enough. I showed up and I should be the boss. I show up late and they shouldn't fire me. They're lucky that I'm here. That's a person who has a mindset of entitlement, that they believe that they bring so much to the table that now the table should all fall into their lap and they should be able to eat everything they want because they sat down at the table. And God forbid that somebody questions them on their performance, their attitude, and their relationship with God because they're entitled. And when we make a mistake and live under entitlement and take that thought process to God, then we really mess up, because then we say God owes us. We check off the boxes of your church denomination, and God has to do this. God works on the economy of grace and mercy and faith. And God has the prerogative to say no to you at any time because you're not entitled. What you should be entitled to, God doesn't give you. That's mercy and His grace. But when you act like you're entitled, you believe that God should bow down to you because you have done some religious activity. Not because your heart's changed, not because it's an inward, outward expression of your appreciation for His love, but just because you claim Him. But He said there are going to be those in the latter day that says, Lord, Lord. And He's going to say, I never knew you. You did all the stuff. You did some stuff. You did some good stuff. But I never had a relationship with you that I dealt with you. You've always wanted to deal with other people, but you never allowed me to deal with you. And now you feel entitled. It takes a real reflective, enlightened person to gut check themselves and ask themselves, am I living the entitlement life? Because if you are, you can change. You can repent. You can admit it. And you can begin to live the life of humility and grace and mercy towards everybody. Thank God for everything that you got. You know how you wake up with that generic prayer, thank God that He woke me up this morning? That is the beginning. But there's more to it. Just look around you. And the fact that you can look around you, you should be thankful. Because some people can't see what you see. Some people can't hear what you hear. Some people can't do what you do. Some people can't even get around. Are they entitled to be in a wheelchair? Are they entitled to have brain dysfunction? Are they entitled to have bad health? But you walk around and you're healthy and you think you're entitled. And all it is God giving you more grace and more mercy. Entitlement is an attitude that the Jews had in Judges. God owed them something because God saved them in the past. But their behavior was far from what God wanted, but they still wanted God's blessing, but they walked under God's curse. So I want you to think about it. I want you to think hard. Check yourself. Don't look around to other people. Look at yourself and see if you live in the life of entitlement. This is Pastor Jay of Walk Truth Radio Network. I always want you to be encouraged, be blessed, and be at peace. This is gut check time. Are you living a life of entitlement? Peace. Hello, this is Pastor Jay with Walk Truth Radio Podcast and Senior Pastor of Walk Truth Christian Fellowship Church. I want to thank you today for tuning in, and I want to praise you for praying for this ministry. We are growing by leaps and bounds. If you would like to support this ministry and give a donation, look in the description. We have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. But most importantly, we need your prayers. So I just want to thank you again for coming along on this journey, and we will see you on the other side.